Do 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 do. What's going on, people? What is going on? As you already know, you are now tuning in to the six-man combo. Let's get it. I can't beatbox for nothing. Hit it.
I know damn well I can't.
And gotta bring back a little bit, y'all. Hey. What's going on, people? What is going on? You are tuning in to the six-man combo as on a beautiful Tuesday night, as I am your host, the six-man K-Styles, and tuning in to the stage. Left, we have the Senator Palpatine of the AFN, Atlanta Falcon fan base. Bad Mike Sports. And it's a very interesting day. We've heard quite a few things. No phone. I don't want to update. You already got some stuff up. But let me give you a couple words. Reckon you can't take it with you, dancing for your pleasure. You are not blamed for bittersweet distraction. Reckon by Radiohead. So let's go ahead and get to the what those three words is.
The real roll call.
Roll call. And as we got the roll call going on, man, like you said, we definitely have to show love to our members first. And right now, the first shout out of the show goes to Andrew G. Appreciate you, homie. Hey, that's one of our major supporters over here. So we gotta show some love, man. Definitely appreciate you tuning in. So let's go ahead and get to the rest of the roll call. We got Pat Norris in the building, Joseph Thornton, Trey Hill, JB, William Amy, Jerry Chloe, Red Swamp, JB, Rob Banks, Miss Pamela Johnson is in the building. Thank you for tuning in to us. Did I say Bubba Gump? I'm going to say it again. Bubba Gump in the building, YMOF Jamal, Eric Mack, D. Coleman, Michael Walker. Not that Michael Walker. We got Jerome 6'9". He finally shortened it up for us, Mike. Live Oak, Michael, Nathan Floyd, Matt Town Dirty, Sonia Howell. That's one of my day ones right there, as usual. Appreciate you joining us. Actually, she's one of the day ones for this whole damn operation over here. So we appreciate that. Hey, we got the professor in the building, Mr. Noah Tyndale. Like I said, if you ain't get an opportunity for the whiteboard,
Professor!
the professor, go ahead and subscribe to Noah Tyndale. I'm gonna put it in the community tab after this. So if you missed it, I'm gonna need y'all to check that out. That's one of our main staples over here. ATLEO, Georgia, Texas boy. Xavier Lippman, Low Ski, Old Chicken Hauler, Mr. Ultra Shadow 97, Lucho Grundy, and Silas Draven. I hope we don't get flagged for this video for one little outburst on the damn song, but can't worry about that.
They won't let us be great, man.
I just wanted to read a quote lyric from a song and didn't know the music of, so it just caught that. Like, okay, hopefully they don't do. You know how YouTube is. You know how the internet is. No, DJ. Hey, what Conceited say on Wild Night? DJ, cut the beat.
Cut the beat.
All right. So what's going on, people? What is going on, man? Like you said, we got a good one tonight. Oh wow, we already got a $4.99 super chat from Red Swarm. He says, show us some love for this great Falcons content, y'all brothers. You see what he put in bold letters. Consistently laying down.
Consistently.
All right, Dre, you trying me right now. He trying. Boy, hey, we putting the APB out. You just said Lamar. We ain't having that conversation tonight. Did all the Lamar shit, all that bullshit, we ain't having it tonight. All right. So definitely appreciate the $4.99 super chat, Red Swarm. Let's go ahead and get into the show. But before we get to what we want to talk about, there was some more Falcon news that just came out today. I actually just found out that I just woke up about 45 minutes ago. I just found out about this. Bad Mike Sports. I want to get your opinion on this. Falcons bring in newest wide receiver, former Tampa Bay Buccaneer, Mr. Scotty Miller. This is very interesting. As we know, Scotty Miller was the slot receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for a few years, go about 5'7". What is that? About 5'8", 175. So he little body. But the one thing that I see that he kind of brings is he's one of those guys who is proficient at running up the seam and running those drag routes from the middle of the field. Well, crossing routes at that. Essentially, like you say, he's your typical slot receiver. So it's kind of letting us know that OZ most likely is not going to be back. I about to say, Mike, you want to go ahead and give your take on Mr. Scotty Miller? And what do you think?
This goes to show you, let's say this. Scotty Miller runs about a 4.36, all right? And he was labeled as the fastest guy in the NFL. Yeah, you heard me right. They labeled him at one point in time the fastest guy in the NFL. And that was little known to a lot of people because Obviously, Tampa Bay didn't use him correctly, especially with Mr. Tom Brady at quarterback. He's not going to throw a deep ball, so didn't really get to see the best of Scott. The Falcons essentially replaced him, in my opinion, with with Alameda Zacchaeus. Um, now that doesn't say 100% that Zacchaeus is going to be gone, but I think if you bring in a veteran wide receiver, that's in my opinion, I think that's pretty much a foregone conclusion because you want to have a veteran speedster there who can do it and kind of prime prime a guy as a rookie for that same spot. So they're going to have a young guy at that speed position. And I think that's what Scotty is there. He's there to off the bench and do it a lot more consistently than Bird and OZ did it. But like I said, I think for the most part, this signifies that OZ probably not more than likely not coming back.
Right. And Southside here said, and Southside gonna get the credit for this one. He's gonna dub him the name Scotty Too Hottie. So every time we see him, we're gonna be like this. WORM. And it's kind of weird that they nicknamed Scotty. They nicknamed him Scooter. So yeah, this is gonna be very interesting. That's very interesting. My arm just cut off like that, but whatever. Really? Yeah, I would. Hey, I'm about to say Bubba Gump says RIP to the OZ era in Atlanta. Like I said, we don't know if that's going to be officially the end. But like you said, we kind of speculate that not most likely it will. Dre True Statement here came in one said he's definitely a chess move and he is scrappy and get out of their blocks. He is a nice pickup. I mean, essentially, what Mike is saying is you're essentially going to be bringing in a little bit more experience of a guy that actually plays that role and was effective in a number of games. Like you said, they just turning a new chapter on certain players. Ms. Pamela said her son-in-law is a Buck fan. Said good speed, good guy, limited route runner. He's best at stretching the field, but can't do much else. If he was 4 inches taller, he could be a beast. And I think essentially that's what their approach is. They're not necessarily they're looking for guys to fit certain roles. If anybody had got a chance to look at the Toro McElhaney and Terry Fontenot interview, where she was kind of sitting down and kind of trying to pick his brain as far as how this team and this construction has been going on for this Falcons for the last couple of years. He pretty much said they're evaluating these guys and evaluating free agency, they're looking for guys that fit certain roles, but they're looking for guys that bring in a sort of leadership of guys that have a certain. They're not necessarily saying they're not ruling out no bad character guys, because he said he understands everybody makes mistakes. He understands everybody ain't perfect. But what he wants to do is he wants to surround this team with enough veterans to where you got that presence. Which is very interesting that he mentioned that, because it kind of sounds like,
bro, you read my mind.
It kind of sounds like Jalen Carter may be the pick at 8.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Because he put a big emphasis on character and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm gonna bring up a little voice clip of it a little bit later, so y'all stay tuned for that. Fred Butts, appreciate you joining in. John St. Clair. Somebody asked how old is he? Mucho Grundy, he is 25 years
25.
old, so he's 25. He's been in the league 4 years, 25. Like you said, he came in as the slot receiver playing with whatchamacallit, Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. So he kind of one of those that kind of understands his role. Oh man. Dre said, y'all picked up on that too, huh? Like, yeah. Yeah, we do homework over here too. You should know by now. Let's see. So, and Red Swarm here came with another one. Said, man, I continue to be impressed with Fontenot. He brought in Jonnu Smith to fill out the tight end room. Nice him filling out the wide receiver room. I don't think he's done yet. I don't think he's done with that wide receiver room yet. He may essentially actually look for a number 3. Like I said, they may look at, well, I don't know, because Jared Bernhardt sounds like he's still being played here. But we're going to find out. Let's see. Michael says over the cap has us with $68 million in cap space next year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's barring potential cuts that may happen next year. So
pay no attention to that. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Exactly. Certain things can change up. Like you said, you still got potential contracts that they may set up or may give certain guys before the end of the year. So it's going, like I said, he's right. It's going to be right around that 40. It could be possibly around that 40 to 60. So we're going to see how that plays out. Let's see. Did it put up to the jail like, hey, boo, get you, but yeah, exactly. So, Evan Tracks, appreciate you tuning in. All right, I thought I just wanted to get that little bit of Atlanta Falcons news out there. It's gonna be very, very intriguing on how this draft is gonna play out. But Mike, you ready to go ahead and get into this main event, man?
Yes, sir.
We can talk about the other part, but that's gonna be at the end of the show. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So let me go ahead. I want to go ahead and set you up for this. As we already know, Richie Grant in the 2022 NFL season was his first year as a full-time starter. Am I correct?
Indeed.
Okay. My bad, y'all. I saw something in my phone that just flabbergasted me. Now, by watching this past season, I didn't know he was pushing up about 100 and almost 130 tackles throughout the season. Now, as we remember, a few plays by Richie Grant where it kind of tore hair out of our heads, i.e., the Bengals game where he overshot her out. Well, got caught flat-footed actually, and the Saints game where he thought he was playing Madden 23 and tried to undercut interception on a deep post route and failed miserably. But as far as playing close to the box, he was very effective. So I think this is one of the essential reasons why I feel like they brought in a guy like a Jesse Bates, was to essentially move Richie Grant to that strong safety box safety role where he was a lot more effective. Like you said, are we saying is Richie Grant a finished product? No. Like you said, first year as a full-time starter, it's still nuances in his game that he's definitely gonna have to improve on. The aggressiveness is he's gonna have to play with a little bit more control in certain aspects. But just the simple fact that he's a physical enough safety where he plays in the box and he excels at being that close to the line of scrimmage is one of the reasons why there's a high potential with him. He just gotta kick it into the next gear. Mike, well, how did you feel about Richie Grant as far as the 2022 season?
Well, it's kind of difficult to get a feel for him. Um, well, I do know that the Falcons, they have what they want to do with their safeties is want to have interchangeable safeties. So with the addition of Jesse Bates, he's a guy that can play strong. He has that ability, and Richie Grant has that ability as well. And then you have Jalen Hawkins; he has that ability. So what it does is give the Falcons flexibility their secondary, or if they want to put a bigger body on a guy that's in the slot, they can do that. If they want to put speed on a guy in the slot, they have the ability to do that with Richie Grant, Jesse. Um, and they can kind of do some things with D Alford as well in that slot position too. So now they have what we were saying before, options. When it comes down to how the defense, how the offense want to attack you, it may take them a quarter to kind of figure out what they do. But after that quarter or a few inches, they can make that change easily without having to think twice about it. So it gives them options on how they can match up these teams. So I think that's the biggest thing with this Richie Grant, but it fits Richie Grant perfectly because now he has the ability to do what he does best, and that's being attacking safety. When he's attacking, when he's thinking, Richie Grant is better. He's better when he's not thinking about it. And putting him in that slot where he's going to do a lot of blitzing. He's going to play a lot closer to the line of scrimmage. A lot of teams like to use a lot of motion, especially the Saints. They like to use a lot of motion, and then what they ride receivers and whatnot. So if they send one of those end arounds, well, guess what? Richie Grant will be right there in the box waiting for him. And like you gotta have safeties and DBs that are good at tackling, and we know that Richie Grant is good at tackling. He does have his moments, but Richie Grant is a very good tackler.
I actually got the advanced numbers on that too, by the way. Are y'all ready to hear some advanced numbers on Richie Grant? Let me get a thumbs up if you're ready to hear some advanced numbers. We got the therapists in the building. Let's see. Yeah, John St. Clair. Yeah, he did get baptized playing deep this year. So yeah, that's why we said essentially he's better in the box. All right. So we got some advanced statisticals on Mr. Richie Grant. As you already know, he was actually second on the team in tackles with 123. And as far as what you were saying about tackling, he has a missed tackle percentage of 6.1, which is one of the tops in the league as far as the secondary. They used him on 11 blitzes. 11 blitzes. He's done blitzed 11 times. So I think they're going to ramp that up just a little bit more to take care of, to make use of that aggressiveness. Now, as we know, he then gave up 3 touchdowns. 2 of them was on some I want to be aggressive shit. But like I said, with him being a young player, I can give him a pass on that. Okay, let's see. And 3 tackles for losses and 1 quarterback hit. Oh, and how could I forget 2 interceptions? Yeah, that's a box safety right there.
Yeah, he don't make mistakes, man.
He like I said, when he's within that line of scrimmage, the mistakes are not that often. When he's caught at free, it's not that often either, but they're glaring when they happen. And like you said, it just comes with that physicality and that aggressive mindset that he has. So Jesse Bates was a lot bigger sign. Like, it was an exciting signing for a lot of fans, but it was a bigger signing than what most people really giving it credit for. And it's kind of like what Jerome here is saying. He could be the Chauncey Gardner of the defense if he applied himself, and that's essentially what Gardner Johnson was. Gardner Johnson was a gnat. Richie is kind of a gnat too, as far as being on the defense, because it's like he's flying around, he's flowing with the defense, he's looking to hit somebody, he won't stop somebody. The difference is you don't really hear him talking a lot of junk, but on the tape he's like a gnat. It's like it's like you try to put the bitch be gone spray on him and it ain't working because he's still around somewhere. That's his game. D Coleman came with another one. Said with AJ, Casey, Jesse Banfield, which is going to be picked on as perceived weak link, golden opportunity to put up crazy numbers this season. And this is a key reason why we always say you want to shore up that defensive line too, because that defensive line essentially helps your secondary make plays. And what I mean by that is if you can put enough pressure on the quarterback, you can force the quarterback to make a decision. And as we already know, with a lot of times when they face this Falcon defense, the main area of attack that they're going to attack is the middle of the field. They're not going. I ain't gonna say they're not gonna try him on the sideline. They're not gonna try. They really don't try AJ Terrell like that. Most of the touchdowns he gave up this year was in the red zone. Like that, it is what it is. But we gonna talk about that another time. Mike, what? You had your hand up. You got some? You want to speak on something?
Um, I want to make this clear also. The runner the numbers didn't help Richie Grant either in coverage. Like he had to cover a lot of ground because Rashawn Evans obviously isn't the best cover linebacker, and you playing with Michael Walker, who's just complete yes, right, as a cover linebacker himself, and then you got a young guy in Troy Anderson. So I I don't think Richie was bad. All right, a lot of people look at one when a guy if he missing or he late, you just say it. You have a tendency to say, "All right, Richie just late," but you don't know why he's late. He could be looking at um, Rashawn Evans. He could be looking at. A lot of times he was actually on the same side as Michael Walker. That's what a lot of people don't know. Also, so a lot of times he may be compensating or undercompensating or overcompensating for a guy like Michael Walker because he's not there. So I don't want to put it like he's not a good free safety. Um, I think you're gonna really see what he can do when you have talent up front. And I think we've improved that, and that's why this draft is really important coming up, especially with a guy like a Jalen Collins. Wow, I was gonna say, but Jalen Carter and a Will Anderson, a guy like and a lot of guys. So you got a lot of guys that are up to quite possibly help those guys. So I don't want to pick on Richie because we don't know what the secondary would be like with a consistent front. So like I say, he could be a Pro Bowler, looming, especially with a consistent front.
Can pile up.
Yeah, I know he missed a lot of bad plays, but tackles. But I mean, DBs are DBs. Let's just keep it real. I really don't want my safeties tackling like that anyway, especially if you're not a strong safety like a Keanu Neal or John Lynch or those types of things. I don't really want my DBs tackling like that. That's just me personally. I'd rather linebackers do that. But yeah, I love it when he's being a Nat. So I think that's important to point out too, is that we haven't seen him with a good front, a consistent front of
Right. I mean, you right about that. Like I said, that's why they say you definitely want to you definitely want to share that front up. So, like I said, you can cover up those inefficiencies that may be glooming. Um, Hey man, I'm excited. Like you said, you got 3/4 of your secondary that you already are penciled in sets for AJ Terrell, Jesse Bates, Richie Grant. Still think Casey Hayward still may be around because the veteran presence from him alone, and with him being one of the major guys as to help bringing in Jesse Bates, along with AJ Terrell and Kyle Pitts, since they all pretty much share the same agent. I don't see the Falcons really cutting bait with him yet. But let's go ahead and get into this light check right now, man. Like I said, we got 102 people watching.
Light check 1 2 1 2.
Light check 1 2 1 2. Light check 2 1 2. So let's go ahead and with 104 people in here, let's see if we can get these likes up to at least 55 and 60. And while you're doing that, we're gonna definitely make sure if you are new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to 6-Man K Styles. As we are already doing, this is I ain't gonna say a new concept we doing for right now, but we're definitely going to start talking about and I want to give a shout out to Wolf, who was on the show with us last night. If you ain't watched the Ritter Me This Cooler Talk show last night, I want to give Wolf a shout out because he said something very proficient, and I think we got kind of mixed into the feelings of what this whole buzz in this off season is. We have to start paying attention to our guys, our players, because while we're getting caught up, and goddamn, Mike, you over there on the oh, never mind. I about to say, boy, got the mic, and I thought you hit the invisible mode. I thought you hit the Invisalign over there. I'm like, well, what the hell? But he said something very proficient. Like he said, get the likes up. But he said we have to pay attention to our guys. And like you said, while we're getting caught up in this free agency talk, we're getting caught up in this Lamar Jackson saga and stuff like that. We ain't showing them as Falcon content creators, and like I said, I play a part in this as well, and I'm gonna hold myself accountable. And that's not giving more perspective and love to the players that we have on this team right now. So, all right. We good now. We good now. Definitely appreciate that, man. The one thing y'all don't know about what those likes do, those likes and y'all commenting on these videos, it helps put these videos in algorithms, so it gets passed around. You're passing the word as far as these shows. So I definitely appreciate that. But let's get one more topic for Richie Grant, and then, like I said, we're gonna go into the main event. Well, not the main event, but we're gonna go to the little segue at the end of the show. So while we're talking about Richie Grant, and we're talking about what he did this year, and I want everybody to chime in on this that's watching right now. What grade would you have given for Richie Grant for the 2022 season? Mike, I'm gonna let you run point on this one.
Grade for Richie Grant. Ooh, I'm gonna say a solid B.
Okay.
I think it's a solid B because safe harder than they've had it in quite some time. Because of the rules, you can't really hit guys. The damn ball down there 50, 60 times a game anyway. So you have to have excellent cardio, especially this time. So the cardio has to be on point. That's an underrated aspect of defense that nobody really understands, and that's why teams Philadelphia they have towards the end of the season than other because they have depth. So the cardio depth goes into account. It's probably boring the hell out of people that I'm talking about cardio and depth and all this type of stuff, but it's very important because we're going to be able to put him in position he can play, at full strength towards the end of the games. Hear what I'm saying? Towards the end of the game, when we need to close games out, we need as many guys fresh as possible. So I think it's solid being that he's a guy that's durable. He doesn't necessarily get hurt. He's an excellent tackler. Obviously, he needs to improve in the coverage. But like I said, with a better defense, the coverage that's going to get better. Just with consistency up front. So I say a solid B.
Okay. Okay. I see a lot. I want that. I know I highlighted it before. I want to highlight this, Mike. I think you'll appreciate this. She said last night was definitely a 5-star show
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because if I'm just giving a
Thank
lot of
you for
folks the rundown on
hey.
that show, it was the quarterbacks talking, but the talking point, and I said, like I said, we wanted to get it all out last night because that was the last time I wanted to hear anything about that, but it was a discussion. It was a historical discussion on the Falcons and the prospects on why losing and really what the defining moment of last night's show was talking about the divide in the fan base as far as what one side wants compared to the other. So definitely go on to Mad Mike Sports and recap it if you would. Miss Pamela, I definitely appreciate that. Let's see. B Coleman gave him a B minus. Robert Bennett C plus. Bubba Gump B. Uh, Mike Live O asks, "What's the name of Wolf's channel?" If you want to go ahead and you want to promote that in the chat, you can if you want to. Red Swarm got B minus. I see a lot of B's on here. Bees in the trap. Anyway, yeah, that sounded crazy coming out of my mouth, but I see a lot of B minuses. Like I said, Dre True Statement, B minus, Michael B with a B. Miss Pam got a B minus, Eric Mack, Mucho B. And hold on. I thought I saw a comment that threw me. Uh, yeah, Michael B said, look, I was about to say, Michael B said he get appreciation for letting him speak last night. Hey, no problem, man, no problem. We need more voices up here to talk because some of these folk be tired of listening to us on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
ATL Leo here said, I'm surprised we got a show tonight after Monday. How about us? Okay, please don't. So how about a Stetson Bennett? That's a very, that's a very triggering word. Um, hey William, we gonna let folks live next time. Like I said, we kind of want to keep this one this one kind of tame tonight. So that's why I really ain't put the link in there. But like I said, next time next time we come on, we definitely gonna open it up again. So let me go. So I'm kind of on the C plus side of the game on this one. Like you said, just necessarily for some of the over aggressive plays. Like I said, he definitely gonna have to have like experience is going to teach him that. And you said a key word about him being not missing games. You know, this dude played almost 1,200 snaps at a 100% rate.
Mm-hmm.
William said they cut him off yesterday. Like I said, we gonna do it next. We gonna do it next time, and like I said, you'll definitely get your voice out on that one. Yeah, but you do know us. But like I said, you have that. And that's really what I base it on. Like I said, C plus is not bad. B minus, B. Like I said, that's all pretty much within the same realm. Actually, that's all in a very close realm amongst each other. experience, like I said, the experience at playing the position, he's going to get better. I don't know why I'm saying a lot today. I guess because I'm still trying to wake up or something. I don't know what the hell. I usually don't say it that often. See, I just did it again. Red Swarm said the reason I gave Richie a B- is of course I was so hyped when we drafted him. Safety is my spot, not what he safety play. Richie has Pro Bowl potential, but I'm still his number one fan. Right. Oh, especially Jude. That Jude's guy. Jude put him. Oh, he put us on him. So, and I thought this comment was very interesting because D. Coleman said Jalen was a strong C. Yeah, that doesn't put him out the picture though. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. That doesn't put him out the picture yet. Mm-hmm. What Jalen Hawkins was strong at was playing the nickel corner, the bit nickel. That's where his strength was at. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. He said, JB said, drink some tea and get your mind right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I might have to go ahead and do that. I might have to turn this over to Mike so I can go ahead and get my tea right quick. Excuse me. But yes, C+. He got a lot more to improve on. But you see a lot good there. And this is what this regime is all about. It's all about giving the players the opportunity. Keyword. Opportunity to prove themselves. As we already know with Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot, we already know how these guys kind of operate their teams the last couple of years. They like to slowly bring on younger guys, the young players. They have to slowly bring them up. The only ones they really didn't do it with that they had to do right away was Kyle Pitts and Drake London. You saw a little bit more Ogundeji his rookie year, but what their main thing is they want to slowly bring in the players, get them acclimated to the program. Because the one thing I know about Terry Fontenot, he uses the word program a lot. You notice that, Mike? He uses the word program a lot.
Yeah, I did notice that. It goes into what I was saying before. They have a blueprint of what they're looking for from the organization. One, the style of player. Two, they're looking for a specific type of receiver, a specific type of running back, a specific type of offensive lineman, defensive lineman. They have it. They have everything broken down to the T, and that's when you talk about program, that's essentially what it is. So it's easier, a lot easier, to draft players when you have a program and a system. That's why Bill Belichick never have any issues finding talent because he has his scheme program and he has it written. So if you don't fit, that's how he can go out and get tackles and from fucking Idaho University, from Neptune and shit like that. Like he can do stuff because of a certain style of play that he's looking for. So it really don't matter what about, does he fit in that scheme. Master. If anything, I would give Bill Belichick his core is be able to put pieces in place. That's what he does. Master at cheating too. So let's not forget that. Yeah, but he's very good. He's very good at place because he has a blueprint. Play ball without a blueprint.
Exactly. All right, so I'm gonna play y'all a clip. Like I said, this was the interview with Toro McElhaney. Shouts out to Toro McElhaney and Terry Fontenot. This was a sit-down interview on the Atlanta Falcons YouTube page. So we're going. So in the community tab, I'm gonna put this in the community tab so you can kind of watch it for yourself. So I want y'all to go ahead and hear a little bit of this right quick. Let me see.
Arthur Smith, and he has to look at it like, okay, we have to go out and find
music,
the program that we want to be.
Here you go. This the program.
Most expensive guard in the league. The most total money is in that contract for a guard in the league, in the history of this league. Why was it so important for you guys to take someone who has been here, who has played at the top of the league for a couple of years now? How important was that contract for where you guys are, but also in kind of rewarding your own?
Yeah, very important. And he embodies all the characteristics and traits of the program that we want to be. The person he is, the way he operates, the way he competes on a daily basis. Obviously, he's got a lot of physical talent. Where he comes from, his dad was here the other day. He looks like he can still play. But it's an amazing family. He's an amazing person, and he's the type of guy that we want to build around. And we do want to prioritize two things. We want to prioritize our players and prioritize the front.
Now, let's get to the guys who are new faces in this building. Let's start with Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates is somebody who I think as soon as that name started floating around the fan base, it was somebody who got this fan base excited. It got Atlanta excited.
Yep.
Why was Jesse Bates someone you guys wanted to target?
Yeah, everything we talk about, and we talk about, it starts with the makeup. And there's a certain profile of players we want to bring in: smart, tough, highly competitive. They need to have a certain skill set and be really good at playing football. And yet the makeup is very important. And he has all the characteristics that we look for. And we obviously have a coach here in the secondary that overlapped with him. And so we know him really well. And we want players that are not only going to be good at their position, but they're going to make people around them better. And he's done that through his career. So very excited to get Jesse.
Now
What'd you think of that, Mike?
You heard what he said? Stood out to me. That stood out to me is he said not only said prioritize the front. So I'm just here to touch our bubble. Don't get used to seeing these massive contracts with quarterbacks. So just want to bust your bubble one more time, one more game. Don't get used to seeing these massive contracts with the quarterbacks. It's not happening. They telling you it's not happening. But what stood out to me mostly is he said, and again, he said, our players and the front. Who we develop, these are the guys that's going to be on this team for years to come.
Right. And that definitely is telling you that the development of these players is very important to this regime. This has been one of the major issues why the Falcons have been inconsistent for so many years, is because you may have good coaches, you may have coaches that may like if we look at, well, Mike Smith was kind of good, but it kind of tailed off in the end because they had to switch the identity of the team. But if you look where the Dan Quinn era came in at as far as the Atlanta Falcons, like you got good player development from certain guys, but as far as the overall team aspect of the development of the players was lacking. Because the reason why it was lacking is because you had to rely on free agency so much to build this team up. Like I give Thomas Dimitrov some credit on some of the draft. He hit on draft picks. But the problem with the organization was they weren't developing a lot of players. I mean, that is the truth. And what Fontenot and what Arthur Smith are looking for is, like you said in that clip, he says prioritizing our own as far as paying our own guys and developing our own guys, developing a system. I think this is why he used the term program so much. Program is keyword for developing. Because if you develop a system of play, if you develop a system that players can develop in, now that rotation of players that come in, see, now you have an opportunity. Okay, this player contract might be coming up. I don't want to lose him, but I may not be able to afford him. But I have a guy already set in place for him just in case. And that's what you want your team to do. You can have your staple guys, but you got to be able to have depth. You got to be able to have guys that you know when shit don't go right, and I need you to come in to make a player position. Like you can't tell that they're not starters, or you can tell they've been working with the starters. Like I said, the Falcons have been 7-10 for the last 2 years. Because if you go to that same interview, another key thing he said in that interview was, we had to build a team on a budget, which means they ain't have no money. They had to go get guys that could play certain roles on this team and get the best out of them for as little money as possible. It's a process, people. Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna be the one to tell people, if you don't like it, you go somewhere else. I'm done with that. If you don't like it, I'm gonna force you to watch it, just so it could piss you off more. That's my new goal. If somebody tells you I can't watch the Falcons no more, I want you to throw everything Falcons in their face. Oh, you gonna watch this?
Mm-hmm.
We changing the narrative over here. So anybody that you talk to talking about, oh, I can't watch the Falcons no more. Oh, I can't do this no more. Oh, speaking of that, I know everybody wants us to speak on this. And this is kind of one of the things I'm talking about. So we're going to actually talk on this. This is the last hour of the show. I guess it's now official, y'all. And people have been 38 hot about this all day. And those are the ones I'm talking about. I can't watch Falcons no more. Oh, they ain't getting them up. Oh, they ain't fierce about the quarterback. Like I told y'all, don't tell them to go watch another team. I want you to throw all that shit in their face as much as possible. You gonna love me. Yep, one, that's exactly the approach we're gonna do. You gonna love me.
Oh, boy.
That's gonna be the new motto. Yeah, Red Smoke. That's definitely true. It takes time. What you like? You about to say something, Mike? You about to say something? But
yeah, I think is I just wanted to tell y'all something real quick. It's really been on my mind heavily all day, and I just I can't hold it back in. Um, God told me to do this. God really told me to do this.
Mike, I know he.
I heard the voice and I saw the light. I saw the light
Wait a minute.
come down. All that.
Wait a
You
minute.
know how like
Wait,
the
wait.
alien
Is that?
dips? You know how the alien
Is
dip
that?
and the beam come down like that?
Right. I think I'm starting
Yeah.
to see that light right now too.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You starting to see that light too? You starting to see that light? That light said, a couple words to me. The light said a couple words to me, and then it was kind of harmonized too. But it was harmonized, all right? So I want to take a second and really say this. I told you so. Woo! I told you so. I Wow!
And the Lord.
I told you so. We tried to tell you. And the Lord died. He told you. He told you exactly the way it came.
Well,
that Lamar was too injured, but you didn't want to hear me. I told you he was going to cost too much money, but you didn't listen to Mad Mike. Oh, Lord.
Lord. Preacher Mike. We're gonna call you Preacher Mike with that one.
Word that we've been saying. I'm just saying, y'all.
I mean, on like I said, on a serious note, they told us the whole time. They told us a few times, actually. The thing is, people were looking for them to say it, but they weren't saying it at that point in time. It's just interesting that they picked the coaches, owners meeting for Arthur Smith to officially announce, yes, Desmond Ridder is the quarterback, and we're going to look forward for him to take the next level. But they have been telling us, this fan base, the whole year, the whole offseason. You know how they told you? They went out and got free agents.
The free agent told you.
That told you already. And the fact that there was that, yes. The fact that the free agency told you how aggressive they were the first day or so, as aggressive as it was, they already told you then and there. Second thing, when they brought in Tyler Heineke, and he said his specific role was to come in and back up Desmond Ridder, show him the ropes, give him guidance. See, and I just heard Mac Hollins came in and said the same damn thing. And I'm going to continue to say this, and this is why I played that clip with Terrafano where he's talking about our own. As a football player, the only thing that you ask for is an opportunity. What type of tone and set are you? What type of tone are you setting that you're not giving players opportunities because of where they were drafted, where they were based on? While we're out here talking about all this foolishness, you need to ask yourself one question. Where was this guy at? Where were these guys at? Where were these players at? Fontenot and Smith specifically said every time that they contacted Desmond Ridder, he's somewhere working out, somewhere gathering information. Working out with wide receivers, working out with tight ends, working out with running backs. Desmond Ridder ain't put out a goddamn tweet since his senior year in Cincinnati, so he's tuned in. AJ Terrell is out here trying to improve his game. Chris Lindstrom out here trying to improve their game. You got all these guys sitting here improving. You got these guys out here working out. They taking this game serious. And the problem was the media knew what was going to trigger this fan base. They knew they wanted something exciting down here, and Desmond Ridder does not bring that excitement. He is the complete opposite. He's boring as hell, but he's boring. He's not flashy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what we like about him. He ain't got to be flashy. I'm not asking him to be a Pro Bowler. I'm not asking him to be a superstar. What does Bill Belichick always say about his players? What is the mantra of Bill Belichick? Do your damn job.
Do your damn job.
Gotta give a man an opportunity to prove himself, man. That's it, man. And that was Anthony White. That what Anthony was asking. Like I said, he said, I'm glad Arthur Smith finally came out and said it. So now all the reps in the OTA training camp keeping one of the more reps to get, the better he'll be for the team. Good luck to him. That's all. That is all. He already this is what I'm talking about. You know, certain folks wanted to hear him say it out his mouth. Like I said, that's why I was saying certain people want to hear it.
They just want
other folks are going to kind of try to crack the code on certain words and certain actions. You wanted to do this one? I just don't understand why they wouldn't even try. Just by going out getting the free agents, like you said, it's pretty much
just released on Arthur. I said this earlier. I said it earlier that when he came out in that statement and said that ones that they looked at, concerning Lamar is that he's too injury prone, and that told me that they already had the thought of bringing in Lamar. That's it. So I highlighted that because we hear that same question over and over again. The Falcons even thinking about going at Lamar. Of course they are. Of course they are. Get any type of quarterback, you're gonna at least think about it. He proved that turned them off. Y'all didn't want to listen to us. Okay, this is why we do the show. This is why it's the full house thing. We're gonna tell you exactly what the Falcons are thinking, what they say, and we're gonna read over it. This ain't Mad Mike. This is what Mad Mike wants. They're telling you what they are doing. And again, this is the same thing. He said this under when he was talking about Deshaun Watson. He said he never met with Deshaun Watson. Nobody believed him on top of that. And then here we go with Lamar. Y'all say, oh, they not. Why aren't you even thinking about going after Lamar? Y'all, and it proves to you that they're doing this. So I think at this point in time, this is probably the most transparent front office that we've even had in quite some time. They're telling you exactly what to build it, and it's right there before your face. So the trust from this organization, there shouldn't be no lack of trust at this point in time. They're telling you exactly what to build a roster. They're going to bring in their players. They're going to continue to try to win. And if they have to bring in a superstar player, they're going to do that. They're going to at least look at the cons. So this right here proves. So all that the media talking about the Falcons don't want to win, and they're not even. Why are y'all not even thinking about going after Lamar? Well, Arthur just told you that they thought about it by saying one of the things they looked at was a major turn off them is his injury history and how long can he continue to play his style of football. And they're not looking for sustainable success like Big Sam said last night.
AKA program. Not moment. Program. Shout out to Mr. 58 Jammerous. He said, give Desmond Ridder a chance. And Dre True Statement said, here, I don't think we've seen enough of him to say that he's born or not. We got to see him with a full season, all season. He's about to show up because he got a chip on his shoulder. Exactly. Shout out to Vlad. Vlad is in the building. He said that drive, what I've been preaching about Ridder for over a year currently, hot take Ridder is going to have a better year than Lamar if he does play. Anybody that don't get it at this point ain't even as smart as D-Led. Hell, he even understands today. Yeah, because he was one of the main ones that was trying to push Ridder out the door. See, that's a lot of people don't realize. He necessarily didn't say it, but you have to look at the tone and look at the way that he words certain things. He was trying to push him out the door. But shoot, hold on. I had to stretch right quick. You know, them old bones, them bones getting kind of old. So you know when you get that one good stretch in, and then you feel the twinge in your lower back. Yeah. Whew. There you go. But it does, like I said, it doesn't surprise us at all, man. Like I said, we've seen the writing on the wall. We've seen like the actions. Like I said, free agency already told you already. Because if they were not going after, if they were like putting all their chips in on Lamar, they was not signing no free agents because you wasn't going to be able to attack free agency and get him at the same time at the rate they did anyway. Oh Lord. Look. Said John St. Clair says, I count Arthur eye rolls when D-Led is asking him questions. I'm about to say Dean Pease, boy, he's happy in retirement now. He said he ain't got to deal with that shit no more. So, since we've already said that, since we've already got that out the way, let me go ahead and put this out. Let me go ahead and put this out of here right quick. All right, now, so we got about 10 more minutes Q&A. Get a couple questions in, and we're going to go ahead and mind our damn business. So we got about 10 more minutes. Let's go ahead and get some of these questions in here. Like I said, this is gonna remember what I said about the you gonna love me part? This is where y'all go ahead and get him that work. Like I said, he says 9-8. Look here, bro. Look here, bro. If you want to put that energy out, that's fine. You may not like what the Falcons doing because it doesn't fit your personal narrative. That's fine. But guess what, bro? You know what? I ain't even gonna say, bro. Eat the cake, anime. You gonna watch him anyway, so I don't know what the fuck you talking about. So you gonna hear us talk about Falcons football? Oh man. Shit, they could be 9-8, 10-7. I don't give a fuck. 9 wins can get you in the playoffs this year. That's the floor. That's the floor right there. Said Drag Queen, who y'all think is a sleeper prospect that may creep into the first round? You gonna love me. That's not bad. Yeah. That's why I said 9-8 is the floor for me. But Drew said, who's a sleeper prospect that may creep in the first round? Are you talking about just in general, or are you talking about for the? I think you're talking about just in general. I'm gonna be honest with you on this one. Sleeper prospect that could sneak into the first round possibly would definitely be. I'm saying like this: Keon White can definitely sneak into the first round. Keon White can definitely sneak into the first round. Might be late first round. I was gonna say Jahmyr Gibbs, but that's kind of obvious because the prospects of his skill set can definitely warrant him in the first round. Keon White's kind of like Tyree Wilson to me. As watching him at Tech, like it's kind of like what they call them late bloomer type guys, because he was a transfer from Old Dominion, so he was kind of like a 5th-year starter type of guy, but he really didn't show out until this past year. So, like I said, the prospects of that can definitely push him back in the first round. Like I said, he's just like Tyree Wilson. he may not be as explosive. Well, that's not saying like him. He's slightly less explosive than Tyree Wilson. Who do you think, Mike?
Stetson Bennett.
Whoa! Wait a goddamn minute now. Bennett.
They're gonna be a.
Hey! Hold on! Wait a minute. I had to get out my ears. I didn't just hear that. I'm waiting to hear this. I'm waiting to hear this. What's going on? What makes
I mean, it makes sense, right? If you look at I mean, he runs really fast. He runs fast. That's one good. You got a good speed. You run about a 4.5, right? That's one thing he does well. I mean, he gets a lot of touchdowns, right? There's two things. And then the third thing.
Lord have mercy. Mike, really, Mike?
What? I mean, he wins. I mean, I look like he wins. Why wouldn't you want to get like that?
I see what you did there, Mike. Shout out to Big Ant.
He got two. He got two. He got two championships. He can run really well, and he's fast. Like, who wouldn't want that? Why is everybody like?
Ain't nobody taking your ass serious with this shit, bro. I'm just saying, bro. I think Georgia Texas boy might have the same ideology that you thinking. Boy, if that shit would happen right there, you talk about a full-blown gasket about to be shit.
Yeah. I mean, he compares to another quarterback. He do the exact same thing. See, y'all full of shit. Y'all praise the other quarterback for doing exactly what Stetson doing. Y'all want to give him $200 million for doing exactly what Stetson. Stetson is a winner, right?
This is exactly what I was waiting on really too. Well. You funny.
I'm just saying. I mean,
hey, so are you saying that the Baltimore Ravens may draft Stetson Bennett?
Yes, I am saying that. Yeah.
I mean, Todd Monken may want him. We don't know.
I'm just saying.
I wish I had a.
I mean,
look what Lowski just said. That happens. He said, just throw the whole draft away. but you know what the bad part about all that is that may be a damn possibility. Maybe not first round.
I'm just saying. It sounds crazy as hell, but
I've seen crazier things happen.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro.
Now reports coming out that damn Hendon Hooker, despite the ACL injury he suffered, may go in the first round too. So there's a possible 6 quarterbacks going in the first round this year.
I'm just saying, bro. Y'all really
Oh yeah,
help
talk about Calvin really gonna be the first player to put on. Calvin really gonna be the first player to put on 0. Look, I don't give a damn. Hey, look, he can have the number 0. I just know he needs to be the best receiver in this league next year. I'm telling you right now. I want my second round pick.
Yes, we need that. We need that.
I'm about to say, somebody go give Josh an umbrella because he trying to rain on everybody's damn parade because ain't nobody talking about such and such no more. Somebody go give him an umbrella, please.
That motherfucker needs some coop. Somebody
No. He needs a hug. That's what he needs. He needs a hug. Everybody go and give Josh a big hug.
Right.
He's masking displeasure by quote unquote keeping it being realistic.
He like that motherfucker in Harlem Night. Harlem Night, man. I hate fucking kids. That's him. Kid give me bad luck. That's who he is.
Nah. Like I said, realistic talk is looking at it from both sides of the spectrum. That's not being realistic. Now, if you want to talk about
that man hate everything.
If you want to, let me hold on. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna do this right now.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna do this right now. Having or realistic means having or showing a sense of practical idea of what can be achieved or expected. That does not mean that I'm always looking for the worst possible scenario. That means being aware of what can happen. You're talking about what won't happen. That's not being realistic, bro.
Look, Josh Gilliam.
See, the thing is, I want Josh, like I said, I want Josh to explain, but Josh is one of those guys where if we invite him on, he's not coming on. What makes y'all think Ritter is the guy?
He gonna run away. Damn, motherfucker, you can't. You got a whole 55,000 fucking shows on that channel, on both channels. We done said it before.
All the throws. All the throws. Give him a chance. But you know what? You're not gonna rain on this show's parade and rain on these people's parade because they done moved on and thinking about other things. You're one of the major reasons why this Falcon fan base has a goddamn problem. So everybody give Josh a hug. He's very upset right now that they didn't get such and such. Like I said, give him a hug. Like you said, we gonna give him that Ike Turner. Eat the cake, anime. So we're gonna go ahead and wind the show down for tonight. We had a good show. That's the bottom line because Arthur Smith said so. He said, yeah. Everybody, everybody get. You know what's so fun? You know what's so funny though, and I'm gonna say this like that. If they would have drafted Malik Willis over Desmond Ridder, he wouldn't even have that same energy, and that is a fact right there. So, So like I said, yeah. Everybody go ahead and put $1 in the collection plate for the Josh Gilliam Needs a Hug Fund, because at the end of the day, it's all about the goddamn team. Like I said, if you want the sole focus to be on the quarterback, that's your motherfucking problem. We over here, we focusing on the team. We focusing on everybody, not just that position. And I always tell everybody this like that. We ain't for everybody. You fuck with us, you fuck with us. You don't. I'm talking about the Falcons in that case. I'm just talking about the Falcons in general.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I thought we made that clear.
But they've already made their decision. It is what it is. Fuck it. Y'all gonna watch anyway. So I don't know why you bitching and complaining. So, like I said, we're gonna do a GoFundMe for Josh Gilliam. It's gonna be the crying in the car fountain, the crying in the crowd. Goddamn, I'm trying to put it out. The crying in the car fund. Like I said, at the end of the day, you can bitch and complain about them having such and such quarterback, or they may not be 15-2 because of this such and such quarterback, or they may not win 11, 12, 13 games with this such and quarterback. Bro, I don't give a fuck. They got to win the division. You gonna love him. I ain't kicking people out of this fan base no more. I'm gonna annoy the shit out of you. I'm gonna make you want to leave your damn self. So let's go ahead and wind it down though, for real. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Mankind style. I'm gonna have a different song for the night, for the ending. Hey, we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Despite Josh being mad at everybody for moving on, like I said, we're gonna get that GoFundMe started off real soon. As we always, like I said, you got a lot of people that's very upset about that announcement. Hey, I got 2 words for you. I got 2 words for y'all. Welcome. Yeah, Lowski, that's right. The Tired of Losing Fund. Yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to get some donations for the Tired of Losing Fund, so we can go ahead and build this city up the right way. So make sure you go ahead and continue to support 6 Man Case Styles, as well as Mad Mike Sports, Utah Sports. So y'all may get What's the Word Dirty Bird tomorrow, as well as everybody that's affiliated: Champagne Confessions, the Rex Pit, like I said, AFN. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play. We here to stay. You ain't gotta go home.
But you got to go. Yeah, up out of here.
Deuces.